a Precocious Pear, a Xanth fanfic. Okay, the City Life chapter. Alright. Now, after the initial adventures of getting their quest and then leaving Xanth, they're in the wilderness a bit in Mundania, sort of outside of Xanth. And we're going through wilderness trails and things like that. But after they've gone through a bit of wilderness adventure, where Drake has been a macho man and things, and shown his chesty chest and stuff like that, they come into a city. They come into the city life. They come into a big city, and basically they're enthralled by the city. They're a group of oddball-looking, weird creatures and people, and the Mundanians are very sort of, they're Xanth or something like that, because Mundania possibly knows a little bit about Xanth creatures. It's like they're magical, fairy, weird folk, and there's possibly a police officer who comes by and looks at Shock Brumby the Centaur and said, "That's unnatural, boy." Because they're Southerners, of course, I guess. "That's unnatural, boy." And sort of weird creatures of that Xanth place. And ideas and stuff like that. But they're flabbergasted by the skyscrapers, because there's probably skyscrapers in the city they're looking at. And they're sort of all dazed and all in wonder about the city life of Mundania. And it's very confronting, and there's probably words to the effect from the various characters how it's certainly not like Xanth, and these Mundanians are very, very different, and they try and come to terms with the city life, and when they leave the city, probably at the end of the chapter, they're just very relieved that that's behind them, and things like that. So it's Xanth characters confronting a city of Mundania and all their surprised reactions, and Mundanians sort of looking at them and calling them weird creatures and things like that. That's the City Life chapter.